Greetings again from Dr. Bill Wyatt, and I want to talk to you some this morning about the many uses of these bonded blocks that we started using several years ago, and there are many things that you can do with them, and I wanted to bring out some of these. Now, I'm with the American Orthodontic Society, and I thank you for tuning in. I hope you will get something from this video. So let's get started with it pretty fast. This is a young guy here who just had a tremendous crossbite, and he had his 6-year molars on the upper removed before we ever saw the young man, and he's got wisdom teeth in there. And so we decided to balance the occlusion out with taking the lower 6-year molars out. And let's get a little better look at that later on. Here is the crossbite. Now this tooth, let me see if I've got my little drawing. Yeah, see, this lateral was out in front of that, and we couldn't make the model without breaking that lateral off. So it's gone, but then the lateral on the bottom is up underneath the central on the left side, and then the tooth coming down behind it. It was just a real deep crossbite, and so we bonded a block on this side and opened the bite up about, it looked like a couple of eighths of an inch in there. You'll see the side. And before we could get that lateral from the back underneath here, this side over here was in contact. In other words, the teeth didn't move out the bone, just bone and teeth just moved together on that side. You might be able to do this with cases where you've got one side outgrowing the other, but I don't have any illustration of that. But let's see what happens here on this young man. Now the other side of the mouth is in not a bad situation, but the 6-year molar was removed here way before I saw him. This is the second molar and a wisdom tooth coming in back here. And so we have a second molar and a wisdom tooth on the bottom. And so we decided to eliminate this, bring this up, and we'll open the bite and correct that crossbite. So that's going to be the objective going in here. Now the other side of the mouth is the same situation. The 6-year molar had been removed when it was fairly young, and the second molar had drifted up in there. So we're going to pull them up and take this out, slide this up here, and have the lower second and wisdom tooth come in contact with that up above, and we could stand to the reduction, a little bit of reduction in the profile. You can see where this lateral was over on this side, and it was a kind of a double crossbite there, and we couldn't trim the model without breaking that tooth off. So here we go. This is the tooth out of place like that, and that was a deciduous tooth in front. So we come back, and here's the x-ray where this tooth is missing, this is missing. We've got wisdom teeth, we have a wisdom tooth, we've got a large filling in both of these teeth. So we felt like we just eliminate them, slide these teeth forward, rather than have him do impacted wisdom tooth where you couldn't have got this out, you couldn't have got it in. So we go ahead and take those teeth out, and now he's age 17, and this is 1983 right there. That looks like December of that year. All right, we take these teeth out, and I put a bonded block over here on this side. I could have waited on the extraction and opened the bite, but we took the teeth out. We just bonded a big chunk across here, and we opened it up where we could get this lateral to come through. Now on the right side of the mouth, these teeth are lined up pretty well. There's no problem there, but we've got a real problem in this, and so we've opened this up so we could jump this tooth into this area right here and kind of match it up with that on that side. And now you get the cuspid to come in back behind that. So let's see what turned out. So we got the teeth out, and we should have started moving the teeth in here the first day, but we didn't. We waited till we got started, but you'll see this is trying to cave in here, and this would be cortical bone. It's much quicker if you put a pad on this, take the teeth out the day you start the orthodontics and start moving the tooth into that gap. All right, here we are. This is a level of 84, and we've been in here for some time. And the teeth on the right side, this is what is amazing here. Now these teeth were apart as much as the block was thick over on this side when we started. And it took us about 3 months to get that lateral across. And by the time we did, these teeth were in contact. He was chewing on the right side of the mouth. And we removed it and put the blocks on the left side. And now we've got this tooth just about ready to come through. We got to open this a little bit more and get it through there. And by the time we got that tooth through, these teeth were even beforehand. We got those teeth coming in contact on the right side of the mouth. So here's the block going, and we're opening that better. We just about have the gap opened up big enough to get that tooth through, and this is a level of 84. Now we come through with it. You'll notice we drag the crown, then we got to put some reverse torque on this tooth to bring the root up even with that, which we pretty well did. Now we've got to put the block over on the left side of the mouth, open it up, and now we're also making some room here so we could have been closing some of this space to do that, which we'll do later. Now, opening this block, we put a spring on another arch wire, and we had this flexible wire coming in, and we're pulling this tooth toward this gap, and we'll rotate it as we bring it into that position there. So this block looks like it's a half inch. The mouth was open wide, and he was doing his chewing over on this side of the mouth, and while we were getting this tooth across the hump, these teeth all came in contact. Now they didn't move out of the bone and the teeth moved together on that side of the mouth, and that's what is amazing. And so we've used that in cases years later, where we wanted to balance out the arches. You can put a block down and leave the other side open, and it'll erupt together. Then you can close the whole thing up. So here we go. We've still got I think we've taken the block off. I can't tell there exactly. No, it must have been there. All right, we removed that block, and we got the tooth through the gap in there. Now the tooth is through there. Now we're going to take that block out on that side, and we'll move these teeth back and make plenty of room for this lateral on the bottom. Now you can see we have taken the block away, and his tongue fills in that gap. And these teeth are in contact over here. And you just leave it alone for a while, and these teeth will come back together, and these will go back up where they were. The occlusion will close it back down, and the vertical height of this part of the face is determined by the eruption of the teeth on the bottom and the top, when they come together with the amount of force this person uses, that'll be your vertical height. And so it brings the vertical height back, but it'll be slightly shorter because the 6-year molars on that side, on both upper and lower, are out. And so the bite will close and the wisdom teeth will come in place. Now this family that I was working with got way behind on the payment of this, and we kind of encouraged them to pay that and get caught up with it, and then the guy just literally disappeared. We wrote letters to them to try to get them to come back, and also to whoever they went to for that. We had the problem of the case taken care of at that time, and so they left, and so we've had several cases where people either transferred or moved or just flat left, So we've got room. This is coming in. Here's the lateral tooth. So we had the thing fixed except for closing the gap down there. And so the guy stayed for a while here, and these teeth were moving up, and theirs are going down, and these are coming in this way, and these are coming up that way, and it closes up. And we've had several cases, I think we'll show that later on, where the bite opens up, it closes over here, and then it'll level back up again on the other side. And now this is 5 of 85, looks like that, and they're touching everything on the right side of the mouth, and the left side is coming together. We got the tooth through, everything over on this side, and these spaces we closed completely. The bottom, we had it just about headed to getting these teeth together, and now the guy just vanishes. And so that's the end of the case. But there's some interesting things to learn here. And there was nothing else for me to do but just close this up on this side and close this over here and get the roots parallel, and the case would have been working fine. You would have looked at it and you would not know that the 6-year molars had been removed, and you'd have your second and third molars in place of them. So I don't know where the young man left and went to, and whoever he had treating him, or if he just never got any other treatment. But this is the way it left us. So I thank you for watching, and I'm gonna, close this out, and I hope you get something from this case, and so we will close it down now. Thank you for watching.